Ricketts. Where fire cannot burn, www.saintricketts.com for the self-titled album Saint Ricketts, out right now. It is the theme song to another fantastic Tuesday night. 100% live. We turn the voice off. This is the Yo Show. And some Yo's coming through already, my good man Kinsey King. The band coming together. Kinsey King, slowly but surely, performances lined up. Trying to get them on the show and talk about the band, some gigs, all the good stuff. My good friends from Freedom King Films in the house. Big Yo. Fun night at Artie's Saturday. Triple Rail Turn and Whiskey and Roses. First ever show. Wow. It's a cool place, Artie's. I've been there a few times. Saw Kaleido. We'll talk about Kaleido a little bit later. My girl Christina Chris. But it is Tuesday night. We're 100% live. We start off the week with some Yo Show. Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, I just want to remind everybody, before we get into anything, we'll be back 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow evening with the band Seems Like Tuesday. It is going to seem like Tuesday because it's Wednesday and we're on. Tonight, we got a great one. I'm really excited to talk to this dude. Kind of like have a dude chat, just kind of get down to the nitty-gritty. What makes him tick and all his love of music and the things that he does. Tonight coming up around 8:30, he is the king of 717 Entertainment, the super promoter, Mr. Nick Meyers, will be in the house. I'm going to talk to Nick about their 400 show coming up. We're going to play songs from the bands that are part of his 400th. Show you this awesome banner right here, 717 Entertainment. It's a big one. It is their 400th show. It's super cool. I can't even believe it. Congratulations to them, by the way. Doing 400 or 500 of these is plenty. I can only imagine. May 16th and 17th, 400th show. We'll talk to Nick about some of the bands that are going to be there. I'm not going to talk about Sydney Sweeney. But if you're good, maybe later, we'll see a little montage. So we'll talk to Nick about all that. Some great bands. We're going to play some songs from some of them bands. It's going to make a surprise. What the hell? Brendan Starr, Mantra of Morta, Nailbite, Living Dead Girl, and our good friend Molly Rennick, Hate Grenade, and Karma. We're going to play some songs from those bands to get you people out there ready for their 400. If you're in the area, if you live anywhere near the area, make sure you try and get out to this one at the Underground Live, 1104 Carlisle Road, New Cumberland, PA. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to run Nick's banner the entire time because you can find tickets to this great thing. Of course, that's supposed to be scroll. Fix. Nope. That is not scroll. Hold on. Save. Hang on there. Sheesh. People think by now I'd be great at this stuff. There we go. We'll run that down the bottom so you can find Nick Meyers. And www.717entertainment.com is a place to buy tickets for all these awesome bands. Demon Mode Gaming for, hey, how's your day going, bro? It's going good. It's going terrific. What could possibly be wrong? We're here. It's Tuesday. Nick Meyers in the house. All his friends and fans out there. All the great bands in the area. Getting ready for donate. Well, maybe after the show. Been a bit of a show, bro. Maybe after we can. You can't donate. That's okay. It's cool. Don't worry about it. We got some like hard rock and metal music, like I said, from some of these bands that are coming on to Nick's show. A huge thank you last week to Mia Bernardi, or Mia Cephalo, however she go by. Mia Music, terrific. We had a great time last week. Myself and Cheyenne Ettinger, who will not be with us this week. We have some others that we're working on. So that'd be cool. There is Frank Kilb, Entertainment, and Anthony Baker. Yeah, I know Anthony, of course. Absolutely. Hello from the River Valley. We're moving on tonight. J.D. Wolf. J.D. Wolf, I got a lot of stuff that you're going to enjoy, and I want to get right to it. Like I said, Nick's 400th is coming up. 717 Entertainment 400th anniversary show, and it's coming up this May, and there's so many great bands on it, and I want to start you out with one right now. If you like hard music, this is the spot. one of my absolute favorite people on earth, Molly Rennick, and the band Living Dead Girl. They'll be appearing Friday night. This is a video for their song Ugly. That's got nothing to do with Molly Rennick. Great one right here, about 4 minutes long. Check it out. Settle back. We got a big night ahead. We got Nick. We got music. We got a lot of chat. Things to talk about. People, upcoming guests. This is the Yo Show, 100% live, Tuesday night. One of the bands playing at 717 Entertainment's 400th show, Living Dead Girl, Ugly. We'll be right back. Alright, pretty awesome stuff. Living Dead Girl, Ugly, one of the bands that'll play at the 400th for 717 Entertainment. You wouldn't know, but she's a Disney. Never mind. Okay, I won't. Awesome. She was a guest on our show a little while back. Molly Rennick, the lead singer of the awesome band Living Dead Girl, one of the many bands that are going to appear on Nick's program. Steve Higgins is in the house. Steve Higgins, Joe, of course, congratulations to Twisted getting on Sirius satellite radio and some constant play for the brand new one. And we love it. We love Twisted. We love the Higgins. We love everybody in that band. Everybody, just congratulations. That's a big one. Great. It's got to be great stuff. Jason Rush from the house. Joe, what's up, Jeff? It's good to see you. Hope you're having an awesome night. Kind of caught up in the time I was in RV land with my Oculus. Crazy stuff. You wouldn't know she's obsessed with everything Disney. That I do know. Yeah, I mean, on a whole different loop. Steve Higgins, absolutely. Missed you, dude. It's been a while. Got to come up and see the band sometime soon. Just trying to shuffle through all the stuff that's going on. Key concert series, of course. And this weekend, that big show at the Sherman with Nailbite. Wednesday, 13. And, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot the other band. Yeah, when you get old, it just absolutely sucks. Anyway, it's Mixie Demner. Yeah. Her band, which I can't believe I forgot the name of. Should be punched in the face. Really should. Oh my God. Do I suck at this stuff or what? Stitched Up Heart. My apologies. I even bought a nice Stitched Up Heart shirt and can't wait to see them. Sherman Theater this Saturday. There's a ticket. Thanks, JD. I totally drew a blank, dude. I got so many bands' names and stuff on my mind tonight. Drew a blank. I bought an awesome Stitched Up Heart shirt, too, last night. And it's on its way. And she was on our show as well. Mixie Demner. Awesome. Can't wait to see all of them. JD, man, you need to get a ticket and fly down to PA and meet here and go with me to the Sherman, dude. It's a packed night on Saturday. I also know her. Yeah, she's awesome. That band, music video sounded really good, Jeff. Your birthday's coming up. Yeah, it is. Coming up soon. You want to talk about a great guest on that one. April the 22nd, my birthday celebration here on the O Show. Thank you, Jason, for the lead-in. And, yeah, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, the one and only Kaleido lead singer Christina Chris on the program. April 22nd. Couple weeks from today, she was kind enough to do, actually next week, oh my God, she was kind enough to do a birthday for me a couple years back. Saw them live since. She is awesome. She'll be on our program. My birthday show, Cheyenne Edgar was supposed to be in the house, and my wife said surprises. Who knows? April 22nd, Christina Chris from the rock band Kaleido on Jeff's birthday. So many great things going on, you know what I mean? A lot of great things. One sad piece of news, we do got to share the sad. And it was weird, the case of former LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacey, who had committed suicide apparently the last couple of days, was in a real bad car accident in the offseason. Some people died in that accident. He was never really the same. He was supposed to, I believe, face trial. So we got to keep with allegedly because we really don't know. But his NFL draft stock fell out. Matter of fact, it was rumored he may not be eligible, and everything really spiraled downhill. Very sad. Tough thing to see, tough things to hear. One way or the other, man. You make life choices, and not always great. Sometimes they're just this awful. I'm going to like to hear it. Shout out to his surviving family, friends, former teammates, etc. Kyron Lacey, former wide receiver at the Louisiana State University. Passed away a couple days ago, apparently of suicide. My brother is down at the Phillies game. He just said that sausage hit the spot. If you've been to a Phillies game, if you're in the area or been to a Phillies game, try the sausage and peppers. It's fantastic. It's a great sandwich. And you need something great down there of late because this team's been stinking it up. 2-2. Top of the sixth. Giants have 2 runners on and 1 out. JT Realmuto with a home run. Today's game. Justin Verlander for San Francisco. And Luzardo started for the Phillies. Kirkering now in as the game gets a little tighter. 2-2 and 2 runners on. I've heard that. Not as stinky as the Twins. My good friend. That entire division's a disaster. Got a beard sloppy. But yeah, man, baseball has been a tough start this year to baseball. Not liking anything at all that these Phillies are doing. Getting disgusted. Playoff team, World Series team. Relax. None of that's happening. The way we're looking, none of that is happening. I gotta tell you. You can get excited as you want. At the moment, no, that's happening. Let's play another song real quick. Nick will be here around 8:30. Says excited to get here. A lot of local scene musicians are excited as well. I'm going to play one from our friend Brendan Starr. Seen him perform live, met him, cool dude. This is Get Out. And Brendan will be on the stage Friday night as well. I'm going to play one from him. This is Get Out. This is Yo Show Live Tuesday. We'll be back in about 3+ minutes. Brendan Starr, Get Out, live. Be right back.
I'm falling in too deep. It's taking over me. This is your last chance to get out. Drop it. You took a chance and life, don't lose it. I cause the struggle with your mind so confusing. In this stress that leads me to confess. All these demons keep on screaming, telling me they want me dead. I am strong enough to find my way. I'm falling in too deep. It's taking over me. This is your last chance to get out. The needles in my skin is taking over me. Pack all your shit now, just get out. It's a shame that I am still here. It's never changing, I'm taking my last breath. It's the urge to rush, living dangerous. You need to slow down, this could put you in the ground. All these demons keep on screaming, telling me they want me dead. I am strong enough to find my way. I'm falling in too deep. It's taking over me. This is your last chance to get out. The needles in my skin is taking over me. Pack all your shit now, just get out. Every time I see you, I run. And every time I see the signs, I want to believe, but they're bloody lies. I'm falling in too deep. It's taking over me. This is your last chance to get out. The needles in my skin is taking over me. Pack all your shit now, just get out. I'm falling in too deep. It's taking over me. This is your last chance to get out. The needles in my skin is taking over me. Pack all your shit now, just get out. This is your last chance to get out.
All right, Brendan Starr. Apologies. You remember I broke that E button a little while back. Still hard sometimes, and I missed the E. Brendan Starr. One of the many artists that'll be at the 717-400 show. You can find the info right down the bottom. Instagram and Facebook, and of course the website, www.717entertainment.com, so you can get tickets for this awesome show. It is a 2-dayer right there, May 16th and 17th. It's a Friday night and a Saturday at the Underground Live. Ticket info, of course, at www.717entertainment.com. Nick Meyers will be here around 8:30. Playing some videos from some bands that'll be there. A lot of talk about this. And you know what? I got to put my 2 cents in. The whole Blue Origin space trip, space flight, whatever you want to call it. Katy Perry, Gayle King, and others. They took a space trip, 11 minutes, I think they said it was. And it's been an outrage from people that say you have nothing better to spend your money on. What a waste of money. Their money. Fine and dandy, their money. Really could care less. Yeah, but the Yoshio from space, that'd be awesome. It was a space flight, and, they wanted to do it, and Jeff Bezos, offered up the Blue Origin for a fee. And these women went out, and they did it. They came back, and it was like, oh, they act like they're in space for days, and Katy Perry's kissing the ground, and I could barely afford groceries, and they're going into space. You know what, though? They earned it. One way or the other, they earned it. They're the celebrities. They're the people you pay to see. They have the music and the TV you watch. You give them that money. They spend this money doing this. More power to them. Some people were calling it just a little flight. They didn't even make it to space. You know what, man? If you're not there and you don't know, stop back. That's part of the problem. Social media makes everybody think they know. I don't know. I'm sitting here. You're eating beans out of a can. I feel that sometimes. Got home from work and basically started eating a bag of combos. If you're not eating blue cheese, buffalo blue cheese combos, you're not eating right snacks. But yeah, man, I feel you. And too many a waste of money, and I get that. But it's theirs. Let do what they will with it. And, Jeff Bezos has more money than God. I don't know why he had to charge anybody to fly this thing. I'm flying on this thing. But it's been such a media frenzy the last couple of days over this thing. I'm like, all right, well, let's get it out here. Let's talk about it. Let's disgust some of our viewers. And let's make some chuckle about it. Remember, the views of the Osho are, I have no idea. How do things go? Whatever. Either way, I'm just here to report what I see. And, my man Cabal in the house, and I'm with you, dude. If I had to loot, I would. I would probably crap my pants, but I would get out there, dude. I would absolutely get out there. Cabal is the Cabal family. Cabal, one of the great dudes in the central PA and PA area, helping promote great music, run great shows, do great things. He's a friend of Nick's, and me and him both agree. We're going to try and dig some of the true dark secrets out of Nick, how he pulls off some of this magic. But thanks for tuning in, bro. I got something to send you later. A little something we talked about earlier. I'll send it to you later. But, yeah, man, like, if you got it, do whatever the heck you want. I know people that buy $1,000 shoes. I know women that buy, like, multi-$1,000 handbags. All that stuff. Thanks, dude. It's not that great. It's just news. Not how good the news is going to be. But, yeah, man, like, what was I thinking of? $1 million to fly it? Okay. Or fly in it. I want to say fly. And they enjoyed it. Like, it's something that they all enjoyed, that they want to be a part of, that they were proud to be a part of. And like, oh, Katy Perry kissed the ground. You know what? If I made my way up in space like that, I would kiss the ground too when I came back. Like, whew, I freaking made it. So, I get it. Really. I get it and I don't. I don't want to say like, oh yeah, all the money they spent, whatever. I get that. Not for people spending their money. Can't take it with you. Well, spend it up. Spend it up on some awesome concert tickets. Nick Meyers and 717 Entertainment. And the Key Concert Series. Don't forget about us. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. Excited. I agree. Good evening. And welcome. And thank you for coming in. Space is definitely scary, though. Like I said, I would come back and kiss the ground. I'd be scared crapless. I would. Like, I wouldn't be like, I made it. Like, I'm cool. No, man. I'm wearing Depends up there because I am definitely messing myself somehow, some way. Ariana, I love you. I appreciate you coming in. You're awesome. You know that, though. No big surprise. A few minutes for Nick. Haven't gotten any message yet that says really tie up. Sometimes, you know, the magic of live video can, you know, just double check, make sure. Nothing so far. We're good. So is the trip still within U.S. laws? I don't know. I really don't. It's a pretty good question. Who knows anymore? Like I said, man, we don't do politics here. You can pick your person, you can pick your things, pick your party. The only thing I pick is to work and pay my taxes to make sure I'm staying afloat. If not, I'm taking Katie up again. Poor Katie. Remember everybody used to think she was so cute and so hot and all that? Now it's just like, I don't know if there's American Idol thing. For some reason, her name makes people cringe. Not here at the O Show. Shout out, Katie. Pop in anytime you like. My wife said last night while she was up, I messaged Britney Spears. Told her about your show. Yeah. Kinsey King is back and Sebastian says hi. Hello. Not now. Well, you know, times change. People change. Katy Perry changes. These things happen. I don't know what to say. But, I don't know. I was never really a fan of the music. It's not my music. Obviously, you've been watching this evening, you'll know. But, I didn't get into anything with, Jeff Bezos' girlfriend was there. I mean, imagine that job. Not even job, it's a bad way to say it, but imagine the title of Jeff Bezos' girlfriend. You have absolutely nothing to do with your entire day than fly in a rocket. What else you got to do? She's got more money than God. Katy Perry is still hot at 40, and she and I had the same birthday. Well, now. Definitely message her and ask her for a birthday shout out. Why not? We're expecting Nick in a moment. Keep my eyes peeled. The magic of live. Sometimes you catch a snag. Get a lot of hate mail if we do, because everybody's waiting for Nick. Why not? Dude's awesome. Love him. I'm seeing just so many great videos and posts and things. It's kind of fun to scroll through. All right, let's get ready. We'll check Ariana's message first. How high into sky space would you have to go to be considered out of the country if you went straight up? That's the question. I have no freaking idea. It's good, though. It's a damn good question. Watch Terminator ruin Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano ruined herself. She became bizarre. Our guest is backstage, ladies and gentlemen, and if he's ready, it's fire me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. 2 thumbs up and a big smile. Our guest is well known throughout the PA area, runs the amazing 717 Entertainment, and has brought us so many outstanding concerts, working hard to entertain the masses. Dying to chat with this dude. Every time I've seen him at a show, it's kind of a quick pass because he's so damn busy. Your friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, concert promoter extraordinaire, the amazing Mr. Nick Meyers. What's up, bro?
Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you.
It's good to see you, dude. Thank you so much for taking the time to come out, because I know you have so much going on in the springtime, big shows, big celebrations, etc. So thanks, man.
Oh, man, appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. Definitely been looking forward to it. Like I said, man, every time I've seen you, it's been quick in passing because you're always busy at these shows. The shows you put on and promote are an awesome spectacle. How do you even get started with the way you do it? Because it looks like an amazing production, but as you know, there's always a little chaos behind great production.
There's always chaos, but it's really the team that puts it all together. Every venue that I work at, the team behind it, the sound crew, the waitresses, cooks, everyone is, all to blame for how great it goes.
That's awesome. And it's great that it's Sold is sold. Hey, I'll sell mine. Where do you sell? I'm a seller. But I've been to some, and it's amazing that you praise the staff, cooks, waitresses, all that, because a lot of that goes into it. Because a lot of your venues are full service, a lot of action. How do you get to places like that and say, hey, I'm going to bring hard rock, metal bands from all over? How do you sell this thing, man? Without giving away a lot of the trade secrets, how do you sell yourself to these places?
Well, it depends on the venue, but a lot of times it's just I'm pretty fortunate now that I have a pretty decent name that we've put on some good stuff. So, um, like I said, we're pretty lucky now to be able to just most of the venues in the area I kind of know and they know me and they know what we do. So, you know, they'll take it or leave it. Most of the time they take it, which is a blessing. But I mean, it's through email, phone, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Um, are you at the point now where you think like if you try a new venue, they'll say, "Holy shit, Nick Meyers is trying to get in here"? Do you think your name carries that clout? Because I think it does, dude. Every time I see your name somewhere, I know it's a big deal.
I don't think it's a holy shit, but I think they, I think that I hope that they would at least say, "Oh, okay, 717 Entertainment. I've heard of them," and the track record hopefully speaks for itself. And again, a lot of that goes with all the other venues that I've worked at, and the just the way things run so smoothly.
That's awesome, dude. And it looks so smooth being there. Like I said, even though you see a little bit of chaos, it runs smooth from the booths, the merchandise booths to the food and drink to the stage presence. It's great stuff. You've really got to, pat yourself on the back. It's excellent.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, dude. I love going up to, well, used to be Love Dress. Let's go to that real quick. Love Dress is relocating. Had to feel, man, to walk out of that place for the last time. That place was legendary. I wanted the bathroom mirror so bad with all those stickers on it.
It was weird. We had originally had the last show in March, and I kind of knew through the grapevine that we were going to be open a little longer. But so that night, that was strange as it is because I know a lot of people thought it was going to be the last night. But then the final night, a couple nights ago, leaving, it was strange. I didn't really want to leave. A lot of times I just kind of want to get home after a long day or whatever.
Sure.
And that night was definitely, I was kind of hanging, lingering, waiting for the people to say, "Hey, guys, get the hell out. It's time to go." So I was hanging out with, some good friends in the band Source from Colorado and just, yeah, it was, I mean, I guess it didn't really feel any different walking away, but, getting home, I kind of thought, shit, I'm not going to go back there.
Right? Wow. I think if anybody should have been the last person to walk out the door that was a non-staff member, it should be you, bro. You should be the last guy out that door. No doubt
I
about it.
appreciate that.
Yeah, man, you really brought it to life, and it's become one of the absolute meccas of hard rock and metal music from not just local bands, but from bands around the world. How do you find some of these bands from around the world? You brought in bands from California, like I said, Colorado, Florida. You bring in bands from all over. Great names we follow here, names we've had on here. How do you decide who comes to who? They come to you, you come to them. How does that work out?
It's a little bit of both. Sometimes I'll see a tour or I'll see a band that's going to be coming out with an album or something. I'll reach out to the agent and say, "Hey, I see they're starting to make a stir. So, what's cooking?" Sometimes they'll reach out to me with tours. Again, that's another blessing being in the business for a while now that I have quite a few contacts that will reach out to me and, in this area. And there's others in this area too. So it's like I said, a real blessing that people will reach out. So I guess the short version is that it is a little bit of both. Um, and some shows I like to put together, like the 400 show, was something that I reached out to King about because they're just one of my favorite bands,
Yeah.
and it just that one just so happened to be perfect because they were on a tour with Upon a Burning Body, and they're ending down in like Tennessee or something like that. So they needed a few dates to get home back to Michigan, and said, "Hey, let's do this." So that was perfect.
That's pretty sweet. Landings like that got to feel great. I've seen Living Dead Girl on the docket.
Yep.
We've had Molly on the show. She's absolutely awesome. We played a song from them earlier. Just absolutely terrific. Are there bands? I'm sure there is. There has to be bands you're like, ah, damn, I wish I can get them. Is
Oh,
there this band that you're digging? Give us a couple that you're digging after big time.
well, I think this all ends once I get Limp Bizkit.
Oh, one that's your
That'll
boys. I know that.
yeah, that'll be the you know the swan song. I think once that ever happens. Yeah, there's some others. Now with this newer venue, it becomes more possible. Some of the newer bands like Kubla Khan, Slaughter to Prevail, things like
Nice.
that.
Oh,
Seven Dust, Hatebreed, things of that nature. So now, like I said, with this new venue, whether I get them or one of the other agents at the venue gets them, it'll be cool to have.
wow, that's pretty cool. Cabal, if you're adopting, I don't want to adopt. I'll work with your team, man. Just give me a spot somewhere. I'll drive 3 hours just to be a part of some of that magic. It's absolutely amazing. Let's talk a little bit about the 400th. I got a banner up here. You know, the 400th show. It's the 400th celebration, if you will, for 717 Entertainment. Friday and Saturday, May 16th and 17th. The Underground Live. Ticket
Yep.
info at www.717entertainment.com. There's a awesome banner that I'll pop up real quick for everybody. Well, let me get that out of the way
Oh,
so you can kind of see it. Look at that thing, man. There are
look,
just some phenomenal names on this thing.
there's a lot going on there.
There sure is. I think my wife works that weekend because I'm off that weekend, so I'll probably go myself. And I don't care. I will go
Nice,
myself. Hey, dude, I do plan on being there.
awesome.
Probably both nights. I think I work Friday, so I have to leave right from work and get up there. But I got to see this, dude. Like I said, your shows are always so cool. Tell us about, is there pressure putting on one this big? I mean, you've done real big ones. This one's pretty damn big.
Not really. Um, it's just fun at this point. I mean, I know there's a really good chance that things will there'll be some issues with a show like that, timing wise or um just there's so many things with I think there's like 16 bands or something like that. So there's just 10 million things that could go wrong, but
Yeah,
I kind of expect it and I feel like we've dealt with everything a million times. So at the end of the night, it, we'll all go home happy, whether it ends at 11 or 2 in the morning.
mm,
Either way, it'll be a good time, a great time actually. So
yeah,
and so many bands on there are just good friends of mine. So
sure.
it'll be so fun to just have them there performing and being able to hang out with them um and a lot of the sponsors on there, which I should mention, people like Rock Documented, Arc Fitness, Good Times Mobile Bartending, Comic Connection, Chasing Euphoria Photography. Some of these other ones, I'll try to remember the rest of them off the top of my head because I did promise them that I would mention them on podcasts and stuff. So,
Sure. I appreciate it. It's got to be tough because between bands and sponsors and venues and names, your head's got to swell. Do you have a team under you, or you pretty much spearhead all this by yourself? Because this is a lot, dude. This is a lot for me. I can only imagine what you go through.
I have a team of guys that help out with once we're at the venue for as far as loading in and making sure things are running smooth. So I got a Sean and Tyler and some other guys that help out with that stuff. Sean's been with me the longest, and he's gotten it down to a T. So that's another reason why I can not stress as hard, because I know that they're on the case if there is issues. So things that are out of my hands. Um, so yeah, they help a lot, and like I said, relieve a lot of stress.
That's good. It's good to have. Have you um have you sat back and watched a show of yours and had like a cringe moment, like, oh God, I can't believe that just happened? Because like I said, in all the times I've been to some of yours, I think I've been to like 3 or 4 of your shows. Never see like a glitch. Never see a little something go off. I don't remember. You're like, yeah, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's there's a lot of, not a lot, like I said, everyone that has a job does their job really well, so it's not often, but there's times, um whenever you have like a bigger show, there's once or twice where the first band, um was when the first band's running late, I start getting a little hesitant to figure out what's going on, because that should be the easiest one,
Yeah,
things like that. And just like on those big ones, it's a lot of times, if it starts going a little late, I get a little nervous just because there's a lot packed in.
yeah.
So, but again, the team that is running it is top notch. So, 9 times out of 10, if it starts running late, we can catch itself up. Or a lot of times the bands too will, they'll realize things are running a little bit late, and they'll haul ass to get things moving,
Yeah.
and maybe cut a song if necessary. I don't tend to ask bands to do that, honestly, um, unless they're the reason why it's running late. But for the most part, some bands just feel like they want to help out, and they'll cut a song out. So most of the time, I'm like, you guys didn't have to do that, man. Your set was awesome, you
Yeah,
know.
right.
But I mean, it's all team effort, so everyone does so good, and I'm very lucky to have the people that I have, and the bands that I book are all. Like, I shouldn't say all, but for the most part, I mean, pretty much anyone that you see me that you've seen on a 717 show more than once, you know, they're top notch, um and good, you know.
It's pretty good. It's good to stay loyal. And like I said, when you can find, because there's a lot of bands out there, and we do a little thing down here in our area. We run key concert series. It's pretty much all local bands trying to find venues, and pretty much has been pretty good. I can only imagine how you do it. Like I said, my friend John Simon, he's involved with me. He understands the stress, and that's of like a show of a smaller volume. Yours are big, so that's got to be tough on you. Um, do you remember your first show, your first lineup? Where was it? What was it? And give us a little experience back from day one.
Yeah, actually, it was at Galiftes where we're going to do the 400th, which is kind of unique in the sense that that's kind of why I put on the flyer and everything that this show is back where it all began.
Yeah.
It's it was an award show, actually,
Oh, really?
and yeah, and it was like 12 or 13 bands, and instead of it was it was a real format, like a award show format. So we would have a band play for like 5 to 7 minutes. Then we would have awards, and then another band would play 5 to 7. I think
Oh my God.
I think there was I think there was 2 or 3 bands that we had do 15 minutes, and they were the kind of bigger bands on the bill. Um, and yeah, it was a total clusterfuck of a night, but it was so fun that I kind of learned a lot and continued to do it. And I did continue the award show for a couple years, about I think 8 years we went, and
Well,
we tweaked it though, so that from the second one and on, we just did like 5 or 6 bands, and they would play like a full set instead of the whole, you know,
Yeah.
5 to 7. I mean, it was interesting, but um, yeah, it was a lot.
No, I can imagine. Can't imagine all those bands. Like 3 or 4 has got to be hard enough to put all them out there, especially for short sets. And like, all right, move along. It's got to be
Yeah, it was
absolute
awesome.
hell.
Though. I mean, it was a great time. There were some really really good bands on that thing. And in fact, the first band that ever performed at one of my shows was a band from Baltimore called Gold Mine Squad or Havoc in Hollywood. And they were a band that I had seen at the Millennium Conference once or twice and just loved them and I couldn't believe I had them at the time. Um, and there's some other bands that are still around. Julian Fist headlined that first show, and they're going to be there on the 17th to play. So they come full circle. Schizo Calypso from Baltimore was on that. Brad Cox, the vocalist, is going to be at the 400th as well, doing
Yeah.
acoustic stuff. So yeah, there was some, some really good talent on that very first show, which is
Wow.
yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, a lot of it's come full circle with some of these guys, and I'm trying to get some more people that were at that first one to kind of just kind of pop in and surprise appearances and stuff like that, or just come out and hang out. Either way.
Sure. I mean, that's a lot of the great part when local musicians come and support others. A good question. What's the typical set like timeline? Like maybe for like your shows, like bands and times. What do you usually look for in times for bands?
I think I would say average. The average would be 25 to 30 minute sets. Um, Usually 30, and then later in the evening, the bigger bands or the headline bands might get a little more time, but typically about a half hour. If it's really full, if it's a full night, we'll do the first 2 or 3 for 25 minutes. But yeah, on average, I'd say a half hour is pretty much. I feel like that's a good amount of time to get on, get your point across, and leave them wanting a little more.
That's pretty good. That's, it comes up a lot, and everybody says, some shows try to do 45 minutes. So, yeah, give the band their time. Some do a half hour, like, give them just enough. We've had a band that told us, like, you're going to go over half hour, you're going to start to bore people, and they're ready for the next band. So it's tough. It's
Yeah.
definitely tough when you right timeline together.
And I get a lot of bands that are newer too that don't even have much more than a half hour.
Right.
So, that's one of my favorite things, and like something that I consider such an honor is when a band will play their first show on a 717 show. And I've had some of the awesomest bands do that. And like I said, it's such an honor for them to want to do that. So, a lot of times they don't even have more than 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
So, I always give them nine times out of 10, I'll just give them the half hour. And if they don't have it, it just gives us a little extra time to fiddle around.
As people out there know, yeah, it's definitely key to give extra time for musicians to unplug and get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, the timing. But like I said, everyone that's the sound guys that we have are real good. So
Yeah.
every venue that I work with, the sound guys are really good. So they can manage that time and get people on and off the stage if they're dilly dallying, kind of put a little fire under their ass or whatever.
And like I said, I love that too. You give bands an opportunity, and you put local bands on with national artists, and that's awesome because, yeah,
as much as we can. A lot of these
Right.
tours, that is the one thing about a lot of these, these bigger tours. They don't. They want their tour package, and that's it.
makes sense.
So, we're always fighting to get at least one local on there or regional, whatever. But, so just for anyone that sees those big national tours come through and there's not any local support, just know we tried.
Sure.
So sometimes your hands get a little tied, but yeah, I always request it, and well, a lot of times too, they have these big tour packages with there's already like 5 bands on the package, so
Right.
it's
Yeah.
it doesn't even make sense sometimes. So, but I ask anyway. Just
That's
hey,
a,
can we bump doors maybe a half hour so we can get a local on there?
yeah, I know, right? Jesus. But you kind of put that local scene on the map, 717, of course, Central PA and Lehigh Valley and all that. And you've done an amazing job. Everybody sings your praises. People saw you coming on, a lot of people sharing, liking, etc. We get a lot of views live. We get a lot more views after, and people want to know and want to kind of pick your brain a little bit about the inside outs. Something I got to talk about. I got to give you credit because I got to find out whose idea this was. You had the Rock Radio 10th anniversary show. You held that at Love Drifts.
Right.
You did.
That
Yeah, go ahead.
that was kind of a collaborative effort.
Okay.
But I did I did my part, took care of all the bands and
The,
everything.
the thing that blew me away, you had, of course, the inside stage with some great acts. You had an outside stage where you had some hard rocking metal bands playing acoustic, and it was the most fantastic thing. In 100-degree heat, didn't matter. You pulled it off perfectly. Those bands were incredible. Whose idea was to go 50-50 like that? Because I thought that was incredible.
That was kind of a collaborative effort, but it was something that I've always kind of wanted to do, especially at Love Drafts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, like I said, sort of collaborative, but it was something that I'd been brewing and just kind of needed the right show to do, and that was kind of the right one. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, I thought that worked out really well.
It was perfect. Like I said, even the heat didn't even matter. I was just out there, man, and to win it. Bands like Sixth Century, Lives Lost, Pine Creek Academy going acoustic, incredible. I guess the main question on it: do you have a chance to be a fan through some of these because you're working so hard? Do you stop and fan out? Are you fanning while you're working? How is it being such a lover of music to also be working so hard?
Oh yeah, that's that's pretty much why I do it, because I love the live music. So I would be remiss if I didn't enjoy it. I mean, I wouldn't even, if there was a time where I honestly couldn't enjoy it, it would be tough to be worth it. It's I always try to get out there in the front when I can, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the bands that come in are pure. I mean, it's purely selfish, just because I really like them. I
Nothing
mean,
wrong with that.
yeah, like and for example, when Ugly Kid Joe came through, that was something I never even thought I'd be able to see those guys play live, let alone.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I completely fanboyed the whole night. I was fanboying.
Some of them I miss. You have some during the week. Like I said, we're a few hours away, and I just like, oh, I wish. And I know you got Lords of Acid coming up with Little Miss Nasty. Little
Yes.
Miss Nasty was on the show. They were so freaking cool. I was early on in their stage. Do you get? Do people love coming during the week? Is that really like a big thing? I mean, because most major concerts are during the week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays is not out of the realm.
It just depends on the band's routing. It's cool to have venues that do shows on the week. Because there was a time when I didn't even really have that, so it was pretty much only weekends. But it's luckily I've had the venues that will do week shows, and like I said, it just depends on the tours as far as their routing and everything like that. But it depends. A lot of people come out on the weeks for sure, especially when you get the bigger bands.
Yeah.
And it tends not to matter what night of the week it is when you get the right bands. And plus, the other thing about weeknights is it's there's not as much other shows going on,
Sure.
so
Yeah,
there's
great point.
less competition. I mean, there's always a competition, whether it be a new movie coming out, or a friend's birthday or bar mitzvah or whatever. There's always competition, but as far like weeknights, there's less action going on, so that always helps too.
Pretty smart. I use the phrase a lot when I talk about you and talk about you with people that know you and people that don't know you. I use the word brilliant, and people are like,
I
what makes
wouldn't
it
go
brilliant?
that. I wouldn't.
Well, you know what, dude? The best part is the modesty because, like I said, you get there, you have 400 shows under your belt. That's huge to keep going that long and that strong. The names of the bands are incredible for rock fans, metal fans, etc. Some of the names are out of this world, and it seems really seamless. Could you imagine what life would be like without music?
No,
No.
I don't want to. I have no interest in living a life without music. It would be quiet, and not that I don't like the quiet, but you need that music to interact and feel alive, as they say.
Yeah, exactly. Do you ever get in the pit?
No,
No.
I'm too old for that.
I
I
don't
I,
blame you.
I steer very clear of the mosh pits.
Yeah, there's that show coming up at the Sherman Theater with Nailbite and um, Stitched Up Hard, etc. And Vin will be there from American Mosh Pits. He's, dude, I'm throwing you
Mhm.
in. I'm like, no, you're not. He's, I'm throwing you right in. I'm too
Yeah,
old to mosh, dude.
yeah. He's threatened me with a good time before too. We were at Sonic last year, and he kept telling me, "I'm going to put you in that Soulfly pit." And I was like, "No, you are not. I am not." So yeah, he's a big mosher, but
Oh, he is.
he gets good videos in the mosh pit, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I tend to veer away from him when the pits start.
Because I said, I'm going to the Sherman by myself. And he's like, if I get my hands on you, you're going right in.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, there's an extra ticket I got if anybody wants to meet up there that day and go to that show. Should be a good one. Here's a good question, though. My buddy John Simons would say, do you own any part of a venue? Have you ever been asked to be part of a venue? Do you want to be part of a venue?
no, I
No.
don't own any venues or any stake in any venues, or I'm just a independent contractor that promotes books and does that sort of thing. So, um, yeah, I've thought I've had ideas, but it's it's uh it's a whole nother ball game. So,
You think the
you
stress
know,
is high now, right?
I know.
Imagine paying monthly rent or mortgage, etc. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I'm not as knowledgeable about that stuff quite like you would need to be.
I got you.
So there'd be a lot of research that would need done, and I like to just kind of come in and go in and go out.
That makes
Honestly,
sense. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I mosh at some smaller events. These big, massive ones that Vin gets into, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's ever going to be me.
maybe we'll get into the nail bite pit at the 400th. I'll get in if you get in.
Well, last couple times I saw John, he kind of makes me get in. I seen him down at Sweeney's. As a matter of fact, it was the day of the iRock Bash. I went all the way up to Love Drafts, stayed there for like 6 or 7 hours, drove back to Sweeney's to see Nailbite and Strange Culture and Traverse the Abyss. And I'm there, and John's like, oh, I made a pit, and you're getting in it. And I'm like, no, I'm not. He goes, I'm giving $50 to the last person in that Nailbite pit. You're getting in it. And my wife's dragging me one way. I'm dragging me in it. So it happens.
That's actually another little tidbit. I should say that I, as a little bonus surprise, that there's going to be some surprises at the 400th, and one of them might be with Nailbite and might include me, but I'm not going to say what it is
Ooh.
or what anything like that. But we are working on something. John had an idea, and I think we might do it. So that's another thing to look out for on the 400th.
Wow.
I fucking love those guys so
They're
much.
they really are awesome. I remember when they were. Matter of fact, the first show I ever saw at Love Drafts was when they were like young kids, and they're still young kids when they were real young in the beginning with Sepsis and Mentra Morta and Nailbite. And a buddy of mine in Virginia Beach. He's like, dude, wait to see Nailbite. You're going to be blown away. They're these young kids and they're phenomenal. I'm like, okay. And from the first day, I'm like, what the hell? That was freaking amazing. So, yeah, I get it. I've been a fan a long time.
That's another one, Mantra of Mortar. They're going to be there too. I absolutely
Yes.
adore them too. They're like coolest people. And
They are. Yeah, they really are. And a great band. And she was kind enough at that show to take pictures with me and everything. I love them. I'm excited for so many bands on this list. So we got to ask, can we see any metalcore bands in the future? You do metalcore, no?
Yeah, we do. I think that we will include that for sure.
I like it. I like it a lot. I want to remind everybody and put up this awesome banner. There it is right there. Boom. Nick Meyers, 717 Entertainment, and their 400th show.
Yeah, there's some good bands on that, guys.
There are some great bands on there. Get your tickets at www.717entertainment.com. What I've been doing through the show is playing some music videos from some of the bands that are going to be out there, and I don't see why not. I love it. I love each and everything. I love everything you do. You all out there after the show. You can find Nick Meyers on Instagram at 717 Entertainment. Facebook, of course, 717 Entertainment. www.717entertainment.com for the latest shows, latest news, latest tickets, where you get everything involved. Because, Nick, dude, you make Pennsylvania fucking rock, bro. You are
Thank you.
Dude, you're like the pulse of a lot of what we do. I got into doing it, like I said, with John, and, everybody wants to be on your level. Like, someday, man, get your band to Nick Meyers, or someday do a Nick Meyers show, or have Nick involved in something. You're that important to us, man. A lot of people love you. I love you. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you coming on. And, damn it, I'm getting to that 400 show, and I'm going to see you there, bro. I'm proud of you. And
I'll get in the pit with you.
I like it. That is a bet. And if Vin watches, or if he's watching, you heard it.
He better get in there too.
Oh, he'll get in there. That's so he says. I'm going to let you go, man. Thank you so much for taking the time. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay busy. If you ever need an assistant, I'm sitting down here, bro. I'm ready for the car ride. All right.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, dude. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Nick Meyers, 717 Entertainment. When I tell you this guy knows how to promote and put on a show, I ain't kidding. And I said, me and John and the guys, the Key Concert Series, I always say, like, hey, man, Nick does this, Nick gets this, Nick gets that, and everybody follows. And there's not too many deep questions. He's got his secrets. He's got his trade. It's his business. It's his brand. So there's things that he knows and he'll do. And there was times I'm like, man, I just love to know how and get inside there. Sometimes I'm like, he does it so good, I just want to sit back and enjoy what he's doing. Awesome work. Make sure you go to the website after this and just check out 717 Entertainment. He loves the numbers. Facebook, Instagram, follow, like, love, subscribe, whatever it is. 717 Entertainment. JD Wolf, that was awesome. He's a great dude. Totally loved talking to him. Could have done it for hours because he's right up my alley. We're going to play another tune. Speaking of Nailbite, they're going to be at the party, as they say. I just, I lost my notes. Yeah, what a mess. Anyway, we're going to play some Nailbite. And this is one of their early songs that I friggin' love. Little Friend of Mine. I love this song. I love this video. I love the Lana dance sequence, all that. Let's play it. Right now, another one of the bands at 717 Entertainment's 400th. Nailbite. Little Friend of Mine. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. JD Wolf, we love you, dude.
You're just fishing around. something new and unique in today's music scene? Tired of the same old, same old? Listen to the all-new, totally unique Nailbite album, where the breakdowns are heavy and the chorus is catchy. And remember, there's no other sight than when you see Nailbite.
Please tell me. You see your stars again, oh no. What's happening? I'm not too sure. You see your faces again, oh no. What do you say? Just please tell me. You see your stars again, oh no. What's happening? I'm not too sure. You see your faces again, oh no. What do you say? Just please tell me. Something is wanting is getting to me. Nothing is breaking. The breaking, the hitting of us making. Something is wanting is getting to me. Nothing is breaking. The faking, the hurting of us making.
All right, stand corrected. I might do a little moshing. Little friend of mine, Nailbite. One of my very first, matter of fact, my first experience at Love Drafts, as JD Wolf said. That's how we kind of found each other, man. That first show I went to was Sepsis, Nailbite, Mantra of Morta, who we're going to play here in a few moments. And I love it. And those bands are coming to Nick 400th, man. 717 Entertainment, 400 shows. I'll flash the banner again in case you happen to find your way in the Central PA area. 717 Entertainment's 400 show celebration Friday and Saturday, May 16th and 17th. Underground Live. Ticket info at www.717entertainment.com. Your buddy's at Lacuna Coil. That's cool. I'm definitely go to that. Talk to Nick about getting Lacuna Coil out here in this area. He gets some cool bands. He really does. I give him a lot of credit, man. What he does is tough. Like I said, being part of Key Concert Series and what we're doing in different venues, it's tough. It's tough to get the band. It's tough to get the timing. It's tough to get the sound guys. It's tough to get everything in order. And, us here at the Key Concert Series want to make it bigger. And then I look at, the size of Nick's shows. I'm like, damn, man, imagine doing something that big. It can be done. It takes work. It takes team. It takes artist, takes a whole lot of everything. Takes a great venue. Takes a lot to make it work, but when it works right, it's a blast. And I thank everybody who allows me to be part of this thing, and etc. April 27th, in fact, at Sweeney's. Eleanor Brokers will be putting on a great show at Sweeney's. It is tough. It'll be my birthday, April 27th. So I'm going to post a banner tomorrow. It's a lot of freaking work, but teamwork makes the dream work. It does. I'll announce tomorrow. Yeah, everyday planning, nonstop emails, nonstop phone calls, nonstop social media hunting too, and that's what I do a lot of when it comes to Key Concert Series. Yeah, I'll get on stage and MC, but a lot of hunting, a lot of band names, a lot of people coming up, and who's already out there who just wants to get out and play and be a part of the community. So you got to put all that together. And I said, email, sometimes it's not easy to lock down a date. All that. There's just so much that goes into it. And I appreciate everybody who does it. When we first got into this, Jewel and I said, we want to eventually have shows, do live shows, live music, bring the podcast in. I tell you what, man. Wow. Holy wow. It's a lot. John, I'm telling you, man, we always wanted to do this, and I appreciate you allowing me to be part of Key Concert Series. Unfortunately, I missed this past one. Was not good this weekend. Just wiped out, not feeling good. Work kicked my butt. I actually missed the show, and I heard Altruistic Vision, who's a great band. My man Tim Jones, the company, just put on a great show. Every band there was terrific. A little different approach, kind of different artist. I heard nothing but great things from everybody who was there. Our good friends Delco Jam showed up. He's like, do what a show. Such great artist. John said the artists there were just absolutely incredible. Tomorrow night I'll share some flyers from the upcoming stuff. We also have the band Seems Like Tuesday tomorrow night, and John is actually a band. I think you've seen them. You were at Circus Arts show that night at Harrah's. Seems Like Tuesday was one of the opening acts. Love them. Love Erica. I think they're an awesome band. We'd like to have them be part of what we do. All the bands are phenomenal. That's awesome. That's key right there, getting all these phenomenal bands. And it makes the shows grow. Like Nick said, you get great bands. People start to understand you're going to get great bands, great production. Next thing you know, more people are climbing on from audience to other bands to bands all over. And you go out and, like Jewel used to say, you go out and do that damn thing. Why not? Hats off. Like I said, tomorrow night Seems Like Tuesday. Show starts at 8 o'clock. They're a super fun band. Great band in the area. We'll play some music from them. We'll chat with them, and I'm sure you're going to love that one as well. Whew. Before we do any more music, a little Coachella stuff. Coachella this past weekend. From fireworks to Green Day to Megan Thee Stallion and Courtney LaPlante and more. How about that Megan Thee Stallion and Courtney collab? That was really freaking cool. That was really good stuff. I like seeing stuff like that. I like collabs. I like seeing different band. Where the heck is that? Oh, I lost the page somewhere along the line there. It happens. But I like stuff like that, and it was cool to see. You know, Megan and Courtney, kind of two different genres, if you will. Trying to look into the local scene here in River Valley. Do it, dude. Not afraid to be getting bands from River Valley. You were there. You were there, Coachella. Don't mess with me, dude. Don't even try and mess with me. It'll make me cry. 'Cause that's going to make me cry. Because that I don't get to see. There was also a Misfits reunion. Doyle and the gang for a Misfits reunion at Coachella. And people bitch like, oh, Coachella's just for the rich. It's just rich people who don't give a crap about music. Well, you know what? They're plopping down a lot of money. Yeah, there was a Misfits reunion, dude. It was pretty cool. From what I read, it was all pretty cool. Cool stuff. Misfits reunion. There was a lot of great stuff that went down at that one. I found the forum. So yeah, it was Glenn Danzig was there. Jerry Only, Doyle Wolfgang. Like, that's awesome. That's the stuff that Coachella should be bringing us. You know what I mean? Something like that. I mean, the Megan Thee Stallion collaboration was cool too, and I haven't seen my wife chime in tonight, so I'll just tell you how much I love Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, it's a weakness. Speaking of weaknesses in women, I did promise my man Derek my little collage will never go away, of course, of Sydney Sweeney. We reported that story last week where she was single. Now she may not be single, and some people say it's a publicity stunt. The young lady can do whatever the heck she wants. Gracious. That's our Sydney Sweeney tribute. We do have this to share all from the Key Concert Series because we're back at it May 10th. A great show, the Blue Rock Fusion at Cosmic Arts Studio. And there's a change. The Jaspers last moment had to pull out, so Altruistic Vision will be back on that one. And they're great. They're going to be there. They're incredible. Cat Rivers and the Second Sight will be there. They are absolutely phenomenal. John Bogansky and Carter Fox. So some of the bands that just took place in this last Key Concert Series come back in May. You can check them out. Pottstown, PA, for in that area. More information, www.keyconcertseries.com. It is the Key Concert Series. Sound and DJing by my man Tim Cole and the great team at Key Concert Series. Building up a little, hit me up about River Valley. Oh, look at that. River Valley chat going on here. I still want to do that outdoor thing that Delco James was talking about. Do like an outdoor thing. Get some bands out there. Have an awesome day. Want to remind everybody of. Oh, here's that Sherman Theater thing. I almost forgot to post that. I've got an extra ticket, damn it. I'm sitting on an extra ticket. It's this Saturday, April 19th. Stitched Up Heart, my girl Mixie Demner. Nail Bite, Wednesday 13th. That's pretty good one. Sherman Theater, awesome venue. I plan on getting in the pit eventually. If not, then they'll throw me in the pit. One way or the other. It's going to happen. I'm going to get in the pit. Let's play another song. Play a song, and then we'll go over who's coming on the program, and then we'll get closer to wrapping things up maybe. This is Hate Grenade. This is a real cool band. This is their song Hollywood. I like this, man. It's a little mix of rap and metal kind of fused. I dig it. Check it out. Hate Grenade Hollywood, one of the bands, taking place the 7/1/7 400th anniversary show. Check it out live here on the Air Show. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes.
Make me streets of gold, and then I'm kicking it with the greatest, coming one with the fold, and let me lose control. It's a half teetotal. Won't you come and change your body and your claim to mold? I wanna be high off the life I'll hide, and while I'm smelling all the sugar from the belly of pride, let the innocence die, cause this life's a lie, living another double life like a Jekyll and Hyde. That's why I'm in Hollywood, where your dreams come true, and if you wanna make it here, better pray and do, but this is Hollywood, wanna feast your eyes. We'll make you look perfect. A supermodel profile. They will turn you into plastic with a permanent smile. Make it all worthwhile. If you beg at all, then we'll pump you full of bills just to numb your fall. If you try to hide, try to escape from me, bitch, you'll put your life on blast in a magazine. And do you know what I mean? Are we on the same page? Better fall in line or we'll collapse the stage. That's why I'm fucking Hollywood, where your dreams come true. And if you wanna make it here, you better pay it too. But this is Hollywood, wanna feast your eyes, and you'll be blinded by the lies as we hypnotize. Cause this is Hollywood, you wanna play the game, you better think real hard before you step on the plane. It's fucking Hollywood, yeah, you know how we do. Learn the rules or else your life is through. Make me for the coming eyes of me living the life. I will live the life until the day that I die. For the coming eyes of me living the life. I will live the life until the day I die. This is Hollywood. That's why I'm fucking Hollywood, where your dreams come true. And if you wanna make it here, you better pay it too. But this is Hollywood, wanna feast your eyes, and you'll be blinded by the lies as we hypnotize. Cause this is Hollywood, you wanna play the game, you better think real hard before you step off the plane. It's fucking Hollywood, yeah, you know how we do. Learn the rules, rules of life, yes. Living up in Hollywood, bitch, you know it's Hollywood. Drown, bitch.
The band is Hate Grenade. The song is Hollywood. You can catch them Friday night, Friday and Saturday, the 7/1/7 400th show celebration. Friday and Saturday, May 16th and 17th. Be on the ground live. Ticket info at www.717entertainment.com. I sure as hell got to get to this. What a show. Just some of the bands we have on tonight with their music. Brendan Starr and Living Dead Girl and Hate Grenade, which just played, Nail Bite, Mantra of Morta, Karma, just so many great ones. We're going to play a couple more songs before we go. I want to tell everybody about who's coming up on the program over the next few weeks here on the Yo Show and Yo Show Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Got to find the lineup. Where the heck did I promote them? There they are. There they are. Of course, we started tonight with Nick Meyers. Tomorrow night, seems like Tuesday. One super fun band, good people. They'll be on our program Wednesday night. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that a great deal. April 16th, it seems like Tuesday. April 22nd will be my birthday. Our very special guest, her second birthday appearance, the lovely Miss Christina Chris, lead singer of Kaleido. And of course, I'm going to show her the set list with her big boot print on it. Can't wait. So happy she reached out. We do that on the 22nd. 23rd, we welcome back Josh Houseneck and Burden of Guilt. Brand new song coming out. Talked to Josh today. He said, dude, I need a window. I said, how about April 23rd? He said, I'm down. And we're supposed to have a guest co-host. One of my dear friends, Miss Allie F., will be in the house. I'll get to meet her. She'll be guest co-hosting. April 23rd, Burden of Guilt. Josh is back. April 29th, a band that I am super excited to chat with. They're actually going to be at that April 27th Sweeney show for my birthday, Lead Pedal. The all-female rock band, Love Me Some Love Pedal. They'll be on the show April 29th. A lot of stuff to chat with them about. Very excited for that. May 6th is the band Cherry Blue out of New Jersey. Look forward to chatting with them. May 7th, Core Entertainment, or Core PR, rather. Sorry, Core PR brings us the lovely country singer, Miss Lily Grace. May 13th, it's the dudes from Mallcore. We love them. They played a K concert series. Good dudes. And go, man, get us on the show. We're going to do it. Mallcore, May 13th. May 27th, the super cool band, the Weekend Lesbians. Love the name. They're just super cool people. May 28th, we're doing something a little different on the Yo Show. We have a poet and author. Somebody I experienced on social media and started to follow and said, have an appearance on the show. Sure. May 28th, Caitlin Lucas will be on the program. We're chatting a little bit about poetry and writing, etc. Something a little different here on the Yo Show. Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, as I mentioned, do not forget tomorrow night. Make sure you crowd in here the way you did today and leave them comments and stuff for Seems Like Tuesday. Should be an absolutely great evening. I want to remind everybody as well, if you're out there, you're watching live, watch recorded, I got to post the banner first. Let's get it right about. Where'd the banner go? There it is. I need everybody to vote for our local girl, Paula. That's right. Let's get Paula's photo up here. There she is. She's in the running. She's actually in the finals for the Maxim Magazine Cover Girl contest. You can find it right now, vip.covergirl.maxim.com. It's not an icon round, and it's way past that. It's almost like the finals. And our girl Paula has been running strong. Local PA girl. Fellow Italian. And she's going for it all, man. I said, if you win, you're coming on the Yo Show. She said, of course, your support has been awesome. So make sure you go out, drop a vote for Paula, have your friends. You get one free vote every day. And if you're super generous or a guy with money, you can buy increments of votes for $10 or $20. And there's increments of votes you can buy. If I had the kind of money, the Yo Show was that bigger roar, Paula would be cruising right now. But Paula's been doing great. First place in a lot of these rounds. Keeps moving up. And I reached out to her and said, how about coming on the show? She was, well, right now, let's let this contest end, man. I don't want to jinx it and start popping off. So let's just keep voting, keep sharing. And we're doing that. And she said, if I win, I'd love to come on the show and talk about it. She's actually kind of shy. So that'd be awesome to have her on the show. What better place to start with your shyness than the Yo Show? Remember, make sure you vote for Paula. Maxim Cover Girl Contest, VIP.covergirl.maxim.com. A lot of great prizes as well for the winner, so we're rooting hard for Paula. I didn't really plan this, didn't make a banner for it, and I sometimes I just want to get out and say things. And I want to say a massive congratulations to my wife, Cassie. An anniversary had passed of the day she rang the bell. And when you ring the bell, and, for people with cancer, when you ring the bell, that means they're telling you you're currently cancer-free. She had a mammogram recently that went perfect. Her health has been great. She is a dynamite spirit, power of positivity type person, works hard, and I appreciate your fight. I appreciate your victory. And I appreciate you coming out and doing things. Last night she started tinkering with the show and making some clips. She made a cool little short that's on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Of me and the circus arts comparing beards. It was me, Chris, and JoJo doing a little beard comparison. My wife made a little clip out of it. I woke up to it and was just laughing hysterically. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, man. Congratulations to her. And for her, we're going to play more music. How about, I got 3 left. Let's go with Mantra of Morta and talk about powerful women. Warning, this video contains images that some may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. I guess I got to make sure I say that. But one of the very first bands I saw, matter of fact, I think the first band I saw perform at Lovedraft, Mantra of Morta. PIG, people in general. They'll be at the 717 400th. About 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Let's play it. It's hard. Get your eardrums ready. We'll be back. This is the Yo Show. Tuesday night with Jeff the Shark Perini and the best damn audience on earth. Stick around.
I feel so syndicated. Each time you start biting your back up my nine, your ego will consume you like a piece of gum. You were never meant to last. Your enemy is in the mirror, my friend. In a world full of where do you stand? Will you be the change? Or continue to remain the same? When I think about the end, you'll fall so just a dreams in a mastermind. That's what I think about when I think about the end. Yeah, I think about you then. You'll fall so just a dreams in a mastermind. That's what I think about when I think about the end. Our bones are made of stardust. Forget me not until we return to space. In a world full of ignorance, where do you stand? Will you be the change or fail us all and continue to remain the same? This house needs cleanse, these hearts need hope. At the gates we're all the same, drowning in false sense of love and lust. Where does the truth begin? You're all so smart but fail to see. With the wisdom at your fingertips, we are so much more, but you refuse to see. We are so much more than
Petra of Morta. Super. Love them. Band of Indiana. Lead singer Jessie, one hell of a powerhouse woman. That was the song. PIG, people in general, pig, whatever, call it what you will. They will also be performing at the 400th. They will be Saturday as well. God, such a great lineup both nights. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you get there. Topics, we've had a few. We talked about the missile launch, or rocket launch, if you will, for these big wealthies. Talk about Coachella and the Misfits reunion and Green Day's disaster. God, that really was a disaster. It's just, I don't understand it. We're going to do a check. We're going to do a check on our Philadelphia Phillies. It's my bad luck brother went down there this evening. Let's see how they're doing. Bryce Harper apparently crushes this incredible home run. Wow. The team needs to win really badly. And they pulled off tonight 6-4. Your Phillies victorious this evening. Phillies put up 2 in the second, 2 in the sixth, 2 in the seventh. Harper with a home run. Alec Boehm with a big RBI single. Definitely a guy who needs to get off and running. Phillies now at 10-7. Stott 2 for 4. Harper, Schwarber each a hit each. Castellanos, Romuto, and Kepler 2 for 4. How about that? And Alec Boehm, Luzardo started. Strom closed it out. Phillies with just a monstrous win. My brother said, chalk up another win for me. Go every night then. Because these damn Phillies really need some wins. It's getting ugly. I didn't even think to check. I don't know if I want to check the standings. I'm going to check the standings anyway. That's what we do here at the Yo Show. We keep you fully informed. The standings have the Phillies in second behind the Mets, who are 11-5. Mets. Miami somehow is 8-8. I don't know. They just always draft these great players who get wasted in their system and off they go. Washington and Atlanta still at last at 5-11. How about that? What chances you ever seeing that? More music? Sure. More bands that are going to be at the party? Sure. Have another one from Living Dead Girl. This is Dysfunctional. The lovely Molly Rennick was an awesome guest on our program in the past. Her band Living Dead Girl will be at the 400th. And maybe we'll hear this song. Dysfunctional. The Yo Show. Tuesday night. We'll be back in a few moments. Stick around.
It's not personal, I just think you're so dysfunctional. dysfunctional. Figure your shit out. Then you can call me back. You're my biggest setback. I just think you're so dysfunctional. Not personal. You're so dysfunctional. So dysfunctional. Figure your shit out. Then you can call me back. You're my biggest setback. I just think you're so dysfunctional. I just think you're so dysfunctional. I just think you're so dysfunctional.
That might be my first tattoo. Living Dead Girl Dysfunctional. One of the many bands will be appearing at the 717 Entertainment 400th celebration. Congratulations. Thanks to Nick Meyers for coming on the program tonight. Instagram at 717_entertainment. Facebook at 717 Entertainment. The website, www.717entertainment.com. One of the many great people, one of the best in the area, bringing great music to the PA area. Like J.D. Wolf said, can't imagine living without music. Nick said it. I know myself, my wife, John Simons, the team of the Key Concert Series. All these people, man, just can't live without music. It's like our thing. It's what drives us, what brings me here every Tuesday and Wednesday night. And like the artists say, and like I'll say, if there's one viewer, or a million viewers, I will just come out here and do this because this is like my love. I dig it. I've met so many great people. JD, like I said, we just kind of met by following the same band. And here we are all these years later. And John, I thank, of course, all the time Elena, make sure I say her name right, and the Future Stars shows for bringing bands together and helping me meet great people. Met John, of course, through the Grim Jacks, one of the fantastic bands in the area. Those dudes are maturing. Their sound is great. They're just getting so tight on stage. And, you meet people like that with the same passion, same dream. I always thought for a while it was just me. Like, I'm the only guy who wants to see bands do things and go out and watch bands and all this. Then when you see more people getting involved, you're like, man, I'm not alone. I agree. I appreciate Nick coming on too. He is doing a great thing, and he, like I said, if there's not a local band on his docket, it's not that he didn't try. He's always trying, and like I said, John and I are always trying to find these great acts to get on stages all over the place, because like you talk about Coachella. Well, if you're a fan of like good metal music, good hard rock music, the 400th is like Central PA's Coachella. You know what I mean? And Key Concert Series, when they do the kind of fun and funky stuff they had the other night, it's like our little Coachella, man. Concerts are here. Come on out and watch. It doesn't make a difference if it's $10 to see a couple bands that are local or a couple $100 to see this massive band. Like I saw Deftones. That was great. Go out and watch, man. Go out and see music. It's the most beautiful thing in my mind that you can do is go watch a band play. And even like I said, Deftones, and I'm going by myself, sat next to these two 21-year-old girls that were hanging out and just loving it. And I'm like, that's what it's all about, man. Kids today, like getting into music and loving the concert. A lot of young people at that show. And when I say young, I mean teens, 20s, all that compared to me. Very cool. And like I said, don't be afraid to do it. Hell, don't be afraid to go solo. Just meet people as you go. I did. Met a few people, hung out, and had a great time. Nothing wrong with it at all, and I need more of you to do it. We did download one more song. It is Karma. It's Forgivable. I haven't really gotten too much with these guys. I do know some members of the band. They'll be on this docket as well. This last one is 4 minutes, 52 seconds long. We'll play it. Come back, say some goodbyes, good nights, prepare for tomorrow night. But stick around for this one. Karma, one of the many bands at the 717-400 show. This is Forgivable. We'll be back in a few. Yo Show, live Tuesday night. agree.
Bury my pains. They're burning deep in my veins. Like I'm just circling the drain. Are subsiding. I've tried to run from the guilt. I've turned to bottles and pills. I'm doing everything still. And now I hide behind this little door while I numb myself with metaphors. Try to dream myself a better world where I can I'm not a bad kid, I'm just introverted. I wanted to become someone that I knew, my inner child would recognize and look up to. What do I do now? Face the music, it's too loud, and I'm fucked now. My bad decisions caught up with me, and my foundation is crumbling. And under me, black gates are opening, like my bridges have burned with me. So don't show me no love, I've flown too close to the sun. I just wanna load some gold in my gun. I'm done. No, wait, I won't succumb to this pain that I'm feeling. I know it's just cause I'm branded the feeling. That doesn't mean that I can't be acquitted. That is the reason I make my decisions. If I can admit all the things I committed, then maybe one day I'll reclaim all my innocence. I'll escape the prison, I won't even miss it, cause I'm given one more chance to find redemption. I fold my hands and pray. Give me peace or give me strength. If I choose to stay alive today, someday I may become forgivable. After everything, am I forgivable? I've made everyone around me miserable. Will I get a second chance? Do I deserve it? If I am unforgivable, I'll become somebody unforgettable. Love was never meant to be conditional. Am I worthy of a friend? Will they show mercy? Can I become
Terrific. Absolutely terrific. Karma is the band. Forgettable. Saturday night on that docket. Man, what a lineup. Awesome stuff. Thanks, Nick Meyers, coming out. 717 Entertainment. So many great things to go on. Of course, I remind you, slide of tongue, tomorrow night we are back. 8 p.m. Seems like Tuesday. We have a very special guest. Fun band. Think you'll enjoy it. Make sure you come out. Make sure you tell everybody. If you're watching live, you're watching recorded, get here next Tuesday night. My birthday is in the house. Christina Chris from Kaleido will be on the program. Look forward to that. She was a great guest last time. Definitely excited for this one. She said, sure, I'll do it. Christina Chris comes back for Jeff's birthday show next Tuesday night, the 22nd. God, it's almost here. Let's pop up that banner. April 22nd, Jeff's birthday show with very special guest, Christina Chris from Kaleido. Make sure you join in. Oh, I almost forgot. I did all the who's coming on the shows. Let's not forget 2 bands from June. Massachusetts band Verona Rose. And June 10th, with a brand new EP coming out, is the return of King Cherry. That's right. B. Jennings and our girl Rachel Bello will be back June 10th. King Cherry back on the program. Brand new album coming out. A lot of bands with brand new stuff. Like I said, next week we welcome Burden to Guilt. Josh, he's got new stuff. Keep cranking it out. We're here for it. We're here to love it. 9:51. You pretty much covered all the grounds. Remind you again. Check in next Tuesday, Jeff's birthday show. You know the thing. Pop up the emoji. Watch Jeff drink. Poor Jeff. Once again, thanks to Nick Meyers. You can find Nick Meyers, Instagram, 717 Entertainment, Facebook at 717 Entertainment, website, www.717entertainment.com. That's where you can buy your tickets to the 400th celebration show with some awesome bands. We played a lot of music tonight. Brendan Starr, Mantra of Morta, Nailbite, Living Dead Girl, Hate Grenade, Karma, and many, many, many more. Go on out and check it out. I will be this Saturday at the Sherman. See my good friend from Nailbite, as well as Stitched Up Heart, Wednesday 13. This Saturday night. I think tickets are sold out, not sure. A little Sydney Sweeney for everybody, because why not? And remind you all, of course, to vote for our girl Paula, the Maxim Magazine contest. Let me find that banner for right here. Vote for Paula. Local girl Maxim Cover Girl contest. VIP.covergirl.maxim.com. Drop your vote. 1 free vote every day. All I got to do is put in your email. 1 free vote every day. You can also buy votes in increments if you pay a little extra to help Paula get to the finals and win. Maxim Cover Girl contest, our local. Let's root for Paula. Let's get her to the top. And let's get me to the top. As in to the top of the stairs and off the bed. Massive thanks to Nick Meyers, 717 Entertainment. Humongous thank you to everybody that tuned in. I always appreciate it. Sharing your comments and chatting along with us here on the Yo Show. Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Voted the top 50 show in the world by the Los Angeles and New York Weekly Times Entertainment publication. That's big stuff. We are super proud of that. Super proud of everything we do. I'm going to start, like I said, meshing the episodes Tuesdays and Wednesdays, find out where I'm at. I got to be close to 500 by now. I'm going to celebrate the shit out of that. Let's get out of here. Let everybody go to bed. St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn. www.saintricketts.com off their self-titled debut album, St. Ricketts. This is the Yo Show. Have yourself a fantastic evening. Did I share it? I shared it. I suck. Let's get out of here with some St. Ricketts. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Hit it. Damn it.
a taste of it, poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this, was the point of it just to reach new heights of glow?